Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So I stayed up late last night. I was, you know, trying to just, I got hooked on more paranormal stuff, and part of me feels like if I just purge myself of it, or I'm sorry, if I indulge in it, just a whole bunch, you kind of get your feel for it, and then you kind of then feel like you can move on. It can be dangerous though because if you, cause the more time you spend with something, the more time you're building up a relationship or connection with it. So the more time your cells are then going to yearn for that because you fed them that. So even though like the idea is you get tired of something and you want to move on, and that can happen, it does happen, and I'm hoping that will happen with this situation. However, in doing so, you still got to deal with the pull to go back and to do what the cells have been doing most recently and frequently, and because that's just like that's the cell's nature is to want to grow. So anything that we do, the more intention we put into it, the more it's gonna want to be that. The more it's want to grasp to that because we decided to feed that which our body like our bodies we are things that just grow, and what we put into it is how we grow. So it could be good or bad. So it's like whatever you do, like the more you put into it, the more you're gonna want to do it. um, Seems kind of common sense when you think about it, but in knowing that though, it really makes the whole pharmaceutical industry, especially with the way that it's very long term based. In my opinion, like it's just not an opinion; it's just kind of a fact. Like if the pain is really here for a signal and shit, when you use things that take away that signal, then you're not hearing, you're not feeling the pain which is there telling you that something is an imbalance. So essentially, you're going to continue living your life in this imbalanced state without feeling the pain of the imbalance. So you're not that pain's there to try to like ideally it's your body telling you you're doing something that's out of alignment. Um, so the pain is there to hopefully get you motivated to align the body back to a harmonious state if that's something you want. Or some people might want to choose to live in disharmony. That's their choice too. Um, but for those that want that good harmony, which because of the nature of the body, it suggests that there is an intent for us to grow in a good way because that's what our body yearns, it operates best when we treat it the best. That goes into a whole more like an intent and origin and all this and that. Which I wasn't trying to do. I was just trying to make a quick video just saying how, for me, when I was in a point in my life, there was, beyond all others, there was one time when I was just high as fuck on Oxycontin, and the whole experience was like, like chasing the dragon shit. It was so fucking good. Like everything felt like it was. I mean, it's like every second was like an orgasm. It was just so full of like ecstatic pleasure. And I was young. I was excited about my life. I had friends I cared about and had fun with, and I had a whole life to look forward to. I was in good shape. I was smart, athletic. I had a lot to look forward to. Life was young. So there in that state with the oxycontin inside of myself, watching. I was watching the movie The Alamo, the newer one. I mean, it's not new anymore, but back then it was new. It was one with Dennis Quaid. And for some reason, just that experience, I'll never forget it. Just I remember the exact scene when I was watching, when it was kicking in, and I was fucking hooked. And it felt like, at the time, like it was the perfect thing missing in my life. Like it was like, oh damn, this is it. Like this is what, like it just complimented me in a way nothing else could. And I got hooked. And then on top of the physical addiction and even the mental and all this and that, just fucking hooked the fuck out of me. And um, yeah, it was a little bit after that I started developing the mentality that I felt like I couldn't live without these fucking pills and shit. Even when I was off of them, I still just yearned just to get that high back. Like that's all I really gave a fuck about was just getting that high back. Um, it's sad. That's why I'm like, to feel that feeling even when you're in a sober state and to walk around with that 24/7. But now that I know a little bit more about things, one of the reasons why I think it has such a grip over me was because ultimately that feeling, that lovey-dovey feeling, is similar to how it feels in a higher vibrational reality. Things are pleasant. There isn't all this chaos. Things are more harmonious. It's warm. People are friendly. So there's a similarity to higher vibrational realities and Oxycontin or opium or getting high, especially with opiates because they're comfortable. They make you just want to chill and relax and be kind and nice. So especially with opiates, they hit that particular space in the brain or in the body or the spirit very effectively. And I think this is why there's so much of an issue, at least for me and perhaps for others. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with y'all. But again, with the pharmaceuticals, because people are no longer feeling the pain the way that they were, without the pharmaceutical, that pain is there for a reason. Like that's why something in their life was out of whack, and that they developed a pain. And so then the way that this medical system is operating, though, is they tell you just to take a pill, and that'll take away the symptoms, and that's really where they leave you. But there's nothing learned from that experience. There's no healing that comes from that pain. There's no lesson to be gained. And I think this is where we're at a fault. So I'm doing what I can to help, change it up. So, all right, love you guys. Hope you have a good day. Peace.